Closed captioning of News Channel 5 is brought to you by Roll-Up Shades and Shutters. You're watching WPTV, West Palm Beach, Boca Raton, Fort Pierce. This area's top-rated news now continues with News Channel 5 at 5:30.
Good evening, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving to you. I'm Jim Sackett.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Laurel Sauer. Coming up on News Channel 5 at 5:30, local police officers didn't have a day off today. They spent their time breaking up a fight.
We'll show you why life is a beach for those lucky enough to have the day off.
And still ahead at 6 o'clock, we'll meet a great big happy family with 6 reasons to be very thankful.
Thank you for joining us. First at 5:30, a few months ago, they survived the costliest natural disaster in American history. Today, they give thanks. News Channel 5's Tom Melville has the story of a dinner for Hurricane Andrew's victims in Homestead.
Hurricane victims line up outside the National Guard Armory before dinner. For many, like Louise Romine and her family, Andrew is an uninvited guest this Thanksgiving Day. He blew their home apart, and it's still not back together.
It's devastating. The mosquitoes are eating me up, and all my family. We're getting wet. The wind are blowing the temporary top that they have on, and it goes plopping in all night.
Inside, music helps lift spirits as the Salvation Army serves turkey and fixings for free. In the first hour after the hall opens, 1,000 people come from Andrew's wreckage and give thanks.
It's very great to know you have a Thanksgiving Day to serve, and you have to thank God you live to see it.
Serving the meals here today are some 70 students from a small Christian college in Kentucky. The students from Asbury College raised the money to fly south for a week of hurricane relief. Freshman Kurt Spond says he misses being home, but enjoys helping.
We've been doing a lot of construction work this week and then working with the Salvation Army and food and clothing distribution.
Governor Childs joins volunteer entertainers on stage. For him, this Thanksgiving is
a chance to express our thanks to people in Florida and people all over the country and all over the world that have helped us.
The Romines enjoy their meal, and Louise has the chance to ask the governor for help rebuilding. Their insurance company went bankrupt, but still, as the Romines return to their damaged home, there is Thanksgiving.
I sure thank everybody for being so good on Thanksgiving Day.
In Homestead, Tom Melville, News Channel 5.
And Tom adds there is an insurance fund in Florida to help those whose companies have gone under as a result of Hurricane Andrew. Laurel?
Police in nearby North Dade County are looking for 2 men they believe caused the murder of a Good Samaritan. It all started in front of this Home Depot store. A Wells Fargo guard carrying a bag of money was ambushed by 2 gunmen. A witness saw the attempted robbery and stepped in to lend a hand. Shots suddenly rang out, and when the scene cleared, the witness was dead, the guard wounded, and the alleged robbers nowhere in sight. Officers are not sure who shot the victim, and they are asking anyone who may have information to give them a call. And police in our area are searching for a gunman tonight. A fight broke out on the 400 block of Avenida Hermosa in West Palm Beach this afternoon. One young man was shot in the leg, and several others were hit by rocks and bottles. Police arrested 1 man for the bottle throwing, but they are still on the lookout for the shooter. A group devoted to stopping such street fights and shootings took some time out to celebrate today. Mad Dads of Delray Beach, a crime-fighting organization, joined with the Delray Beach Police Department to serve Thanksgiving dinner to anyone in the community looking for a good hot meal. Those in attendance were asked to bring desserts and side dishes. The turkeys were provided by a local supermarket.
There were hundreds present at that dinner, but in Indianapolis today, many more that number came to eat. City officials put out a call for the local homeless, and 25,000 people showed up. There was plenty of turkey and stuffing on hand. The turnout surprises many who didn't think a Midwestern city like Indianapolis would have such a high number of those down on their luck. People on South Florida beaches had a lot to be thankful for today, especially those running away from rough weather. News Channel 5's Mark Alford explains why, for some, today's dry, warm weather was a welcome change.
Singer Island, Florida is a long way from St. Louis, Missouri. This is where Mike LaRue is spending this Thanksgiving holiday, soaking up a little sun instead of shoveling snow.
Get to get out, enjoy the ocean, the beach, and back home, you can't really go out because it's so cold.
This is what it looks like back home in Missouri and throughout much of the Midwest this holiday. Lots of slippery fender benders on the interstates. And at least one airport closed due to all the white stuff.
The only white stuff you're likely to see here in South Florida is ocean foam. And this time of year, there's plenty of it.
That's exactly why Luis Castaldo is here. He left the ski slopes of Aspen to enjoy the Florida surf and sunshine, trading places with many Floridians who went skiing this Thanksgiving.
We just got a major dump. It's about 3 feet, just down at the base and about, I'd say, 4 to 5 feet up on top.
The closest thing you'll find to the top of a mountain here is the top of a dune line, a perfect place to get buried in the sand. So as the Midwest digs out from under its first major snowstorm of their season, just be glad the start of the South Florida season is picture perfect. On Singer Island, Mark Alford, News Channel 5.
And meteorologist Kent Earhart will be joining us in just a few minutes to tell us if the snowy weather is likely to continue out in the Midwest.
Well, tomorrow officially begins the holiday shopping season. But as News Channel 5's Evelyn Cole reports, they weren't disappointed. Many stores are getting a head start on the holiday sales.
Connie Ward is a single parent with a daughter. She says shopping on Thanksgiving is one way for her to make ends meet.
To me, sometimes it seems as Christmas gets closer, some of the prices do get a little higher. So I'm out here, even if it's 7 o'clock in the morning. I'll be 7 o'clock tomorrow morning at some places. And I'm 10 o'clock here this morning because it helps me out as a single parent.
Flyers in the morning's papers advertise plenty of sales that begin tomorrow. But a couple caught Connie's attention. With flyer in hand, she headed to the store today. It may seem a little un-American. After all, stores have been closed on holidays for years. Even the big department stores have empty parking lots on Thanksgiving. But at Walgreens, some grocery stores, and smaller retail stores, tradition is changing. In fact, being open year-round is part of a marketing strategy that's paying off.
Part of advertising, convenience for the customer so that they can, easy to shop because there's a lot of, last-minute shoppers.
Other shoppers were pleased to find grocery stores open, saying they forgot some goodies in the last-minute rush, and they may even pick up something for Christmas.
Oh, lots of goodies for the great-grandchildren.
And you're glad that the store is open on Thanksgiving?
I'm happy.
Everyone we talked to felt sorry for the people who have to work in the stores on a holiday, but they said they liked the convenience. In West Palm Beach, Evelyn Cole, News Channel 5.
And many retailers hope the recent good economic news will help them have a happy and profitable holiday season. Well, a young boy is recovering with a broken leg tonight.
Police say he ran out in front of a Jeep in Delray Beach today. Officers say the little boy suffered a few scratches on his face and a broken leg when he was hit by the vehicle on South Ocean Boulevard in Delray Beach. Police have not yet said whether they would file any charges against the driver. And a very different story for the former city commissioner of Lake Mary, who was arrested last night. He faces drunk driving charges. Witnesses say he was driving a pickup truck in Lake County when he struck and killed a man who was walking on the side of the road. Witnesses say they saw the former commissioner leave the scene of the accident. They called police, who caught up with the suspect about a mile and a half down the road.
President Bush ignored the rain and played golf for about 2 hours today. He seemed to enjoy his game and steered clear of reporters anxious to ask him questions about the U.S. offer to send troops to Somalia to make sure the food gets to the starving people there. Earlier in the day, the president urged Americans to think of others in need this holiday season. And the president-elect started his day off jogging in the Little Rock, Arkansas Turkey Run. He also did not comment to reporters about the Somalia offer. He merely said he wanted to see what the Bush administration's detailed plan would be. The U.S. reportedly offered to send 30,000 troops to Somalia to guard relief supplies that are now being stolen by warlords in that area. The United Nations must first give the okay before any American troops go to that African country.
Why those old medicines may be getting rotten in your bathroom. We'll have that story next on News Channel 5.
And flooding in Florida, pictures when meteorologist Kent Earhart joins us with Florida's most dependable forecast 24 hours a day.
And today is November 26th, looking back on this day in history. 50 years ago today, in 1942, President Franklin D. Roosevelt ordered nationwide gasoline rationing. On the same day, Hollywood provided an alternative at the neighborhood movie theater. The classic Casablanca, starring Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman, was released to the public. And 49 years later, in 1991, the Stars and Stripes were lowered for the last time at Clark Air Force Base in the Philippines. as the United States abandoned one of its oldest and largest overseas installations damaged by a volcano. And that's some of what happened on this day in history, November 26.
This is News Channel 5 at 5:30. This area's most complete 5:30 report with Jim Sackett and Kelly Dunn. Larry Handley's weather forecast. And sports with Pat Murphy. Only here on your news leader, WPTV.
Pharmacists and doctors are encouraging you to take some time and clean out your medicine cabinet.
Chances are you may have some expired medications in there. News Channel 5's Denise Jakehouse tells us the message is especially important for older Americans.
The pharmacists at Palm Beach Regional Hospital decided to take some of their own advice and check out their family's bathroom cabinets for old pills. What Susan Sandbeck found surprised her.
In my own house, I found a prescription from 1955, and it was my mother's, and it was for preventing side effects when she was pregnant, and she still had it.
Why is it that we check the freshness of food so often, yet forget what else we may put in our bodies? Sandbeck says a lot of people will store medication in order to avoid going to the doctor one more time to get a prescription. The only problem is the medicine you needed that first time may not be what you need now. In fact, older medicines can be poisonous.
With liquids, if the liquid evaporates, the medication can become stronger than it was initially compounded. With tablets or pills, there can be decomposition or just change in strength with time. So all expired medications should be discarded.
Medicine can deteriorate, and it can become harmful. For instance, tetracycline can deteriorate into a very harmful substance and cause problems. And other drugs can deteriorate and just become not active.
Experts say older Americans take more medications than any other age group, so they're more likely to have expired pills in their bathroom cabinet. That's why they are the targets of these warnings.
It's easy to get them confused. It's easy to take the 3 times a day once and the once 3 times. No wonder that a large number of people end up in the emergency rooms.
The warnings also apply to non-prescription medicine. Over-the-counter drugs such as Vicks VapoRub now have expiration dates. Checking your cabinets doesn't cost a thing. And just like the food you buy, keeping medications up to date is crucial to your health. In Lake Worth, I'm Denise Jakehouse, News Channel 5.
Now, if you have any questions about the drugs you have in your cabinets at home, take them to your pharmacist. He or she can help you determine when a prescription is out of date.
No doubt about it, South Florida must be the envy of the rest of the country right now.
South Florida,
South Florida,
because North Florida is still getting some rain, as you know, and that will continue for a little while, and it's inching our way. Let's see what's happening out there as far as the weather is concerned at this hour. It is 79 degrees. Our winds are out of the southeast at 13 miles per hour. The dew point at 70, so it's beginning to drop just a little bit, and it looks like it'll drop even more by tonight. The barometer, 30.03 inches of mercury. It is rising at this hour. Let's take a look at the satellite picture of these United States, 48 of them anyway, and you can see the cold air clouds very clearly right here. Temperatures really frigid this morning, all the way down to Midland, Texas. It was 18 degrees for a record low there. And snow was falling in parts of the upper Mississippi Valley and the Midwest. Heavy snow last night in the state of Wisconsin, but the snow tapered off a little bit as the day progressed, so mostly just light snow falling in generally this area. But the big story, I think, is the rain in the east. If you watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade on NBC, you know that they had some rain up there. The west is nice. There is a storm system moving ashore there. It's a windy one, and it will be cold there eventually, bringing snow mostly to the mountains and rain to the sea level areas, and you can see where the front is developing a few clouds over Florida. Let's take a look at the national radar now, a composite of all the radars across the country, and you can see that the light snow that is falling in this area really isn't even showing up, but rain is showing up all the way from southern and lower Maine all the way down the east coast into northern Florida, and some of these thunderstorms are pretty heavy. We don't need any more heavy thunderstorms in North Florida. We've had a lot. In fact, in Seminole County, which is actually even central Florida, some heavy rain has fallen over the past few days, and the result is some flooding. You can see some of the damage here from some of the big storms and the flooding that occurred there. Also near Orlando, we had very heavy rains. that is not the way you want to spend Thanksgiving Day. Here's what I think Friday's weather map is going to look like. The cold air continues to have a grip on the middle part of the country. The 30s will reach all the way from the northern plains down through most of Missouri, and rain mixed with snow from southeast Missouri near the Boot Heel, extreme northeast Arkansas, near Memphis. They could have some wet snow, more likely as you get further north, but a mixed bag of precipitation with a little bit of an upper level disturbance there. Mostly rain in the northeast, strong winds off the lakes, but I think it's going to be warm enough to keep it rain. The snow will be in extreme northeast, northern Michigan, and up into Canada. Montreal, Quebec could see some snow. Rain over much of Florida, scattered showers in South Florida. Here's that storm I was talking about that's moving into the Pacific Northwest. It's going to be a windy one. It's going to be a very wintry situation by tomorrow. Let's see what's happening tomorrow, weather-wise, from coast to coast. Still a few days left in the hurricane season, but not many.
Can you believe it?
On this date in 1888, a hurricane worked its way through Cape Cod, so it's not impossible.
It's not impossible. No, it's not. All right, thanks very much. See you at 6. And there's still plenty of news ahead on News Channel 5. Lynn Gordon is in our 24-hour newsroom now with a look at what's ahead at 6. Lynn?
Good evening, Jim, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Those who want to share their blessings took the time out to caravan some of the less fortunate members of society to a free hot meal today. Reporter Robin Kish takes a look tonight at 6 o'clock. An accident and fuel spill on Florida's Turnpike tied up travelers today. Find out why authorities had to shut down the highway. And better watch your golf clubs rather if you live on the Treasure Coast. A thief is on the loose, and the target is those expensive irons and woods. And a big family with a lot of reasons to celebrate. They're this week's Thursday's children, and we'll meet them tonight. Those stories and much more coming your way at 6 o'clock. Now back to both of you in the studio.
All right, Lynn, thank you. Well, it is Thanksgiving Day, and that means all the suits on Wall Street are home having their turkey dinner, so that means there is no stock market report tonight.
But it will be open for business as usual tomorrow. In sports, Florida's 2 pro basketball teams are certainly giving thanks this Thanksgiving Day. Pat Murphy's up next with sports.
Save on the season's hottest holiday gifts now at Circuit City's White Hot Christmas Sale. Save on video, like this VCR with remote, just $144.97. Save on audio, like this RCA 5-disc CD changer, only $149.97. Save on great gifts, like this AT&T cordless phone, now $54.97. It's Circuit City's White Hot Christmas Sale.
Welcome to Circuit City, where service is state-of-the-art.
Dear Folgers, I run a bed and breakfast. When I overslept one morning, the Folgers switch saved my reputation. The percolator wasn't even set up, so I secretly switched Folgers crystals for the brewed coffee I normally serve.
This is delicious.
Well, the taste and aroma must have fooled them, because they were shocked when I revealed the switch and joked about sounding like one of your restaurant commercials.
Folgers Crystals, proven with fresh brewed coffee drinkers.
Sincerely, Janet Turley. Thank you.
Hey, Palm Beach County. Think you've seen it all? Well, look at this. Every Chevy car, no payments till March. Every Chevy truck, no payments till March. So go ahead, buy those holiday gifts. And don't worry about your car payment because you won't have one till March. Think of it as our holiday gift to you. What else would you expect from the heartbeat of America? And Steve Moore, Dennis Rodrat, Roger Dean, and Ed Morris Chevrolet Geo. But hurry, this offer ends Monday.
Byron's opens Friday at 8 a.m. with the biggest and best after Thanksgiving half-price sale ever.
At Byron's.
For the right gift at the right price.
Pat Murphy joins us with sports on this Turkey Day. Well, something about the holiday must have put some magic into the Miami Heat last night.
The Orlando Magic is playing well, but the Heat have struggled. But last night they played like the team of old, and Ronnie Cycli didn't even play last night because he had the flu. So maybe they should.
They don't need him.
Maybe they should keep him out more often. The Heat finally got back on the winning track last night. Miami rolled over the Indiana Pacers at the arena. First half, and the Heat in white. Kevin Edwards will drive the paint and maim the backboard. Off the missed shot, Detlef Schrempf will grab the rebound and score down low. He had 18, but Miami led 52-49 at the intermission. Second half was all Heat. Here, Glenn Rice with a savage stuff on the alley-oop. Then Bimbo Coles will skate inside and score a pretty shot. Rice capped it off with a three-pointer from the solar system. He had 28, and Miami wins 110-93 over the Pacers. In Orlando, the Magic and Rockets hooked up. Scott Skiles will dish to Shaquille O'Neal, who scores off the window. The Shaq has looked great. Next, Skiles will maneuver his way to the glass. He led Orlando with 30 points. 51-47 Magic at the break. Second half, Bernard Winchester skies and slams home this pass. Houston is back in business. Then Dennis Scott caught fire. Here he buries a three-pointer. Scott finished with 28 points. Skiles will cruise through traffic up next. The Magic jumped Houston last night, 107-94. Coming up at 6, I'll take a look at an area high school football team involved in tomorrow night's high school playoffs. Plus, we'll have a preview of the Miami-San Diego State game, which is set for Saturday. Of course, it's being touted as the Heisman Showdown.
Yes, indeed.
Only one problem. One guy may not play. He's still questionable. Marshall Faulk, the running back for the Aztecs, he leads the nation in rushing, but still got some problems with his legs.
Kind of an off year for the Heisman, too. Really no big names going for it.
I think Toretta, he's got my vote. He's got my vote.
I don't know.
I voted for him.
He thanks you for that.
Yes.
He does.
Thanks very much. A few thoughts for the holiday coming up next on News Channel 5. Thanks to Mr. Food, who will be joining us in a moment.
Tonight on NBC Nightly News, will America send troops to Somalia? On America Close Up, the new face of hunger, some Americans have less to be thankful for. And from Wyoming, timber to help Florida's hurricane victims. That and more tonight on NBC Nightly News.
So, you're wondering how to get the gifts you can't deliver in person to the people you want to get them to. Well, you can go find a box, look for the tape and scissors, get stuff to pack it with, and then take it to the post office. Or you can take it to your neighborhood mailboxes, etc. A one-stop holiday packing, shipping, and postal store, all wrapped up into one. And have more time to get in the holiday spirit.
For all your holiday packing and shipping needs, check the white pages for the mailboxes, etc. nearest you.
This is one way to cut some fat from your family's diet.
This is a whole new way. Introducing new Promise Ultra, the spread that's the absolute lowest in fat of any leading brand.
That's right. Promise Ultra is the lowest in fat.
Plus, it has 65% fewer calories than margarine and a light, delicate taste. So cut some fat from your family's diet a whole new way with Promise Ultra. Get heart smart.
Well, we trust that many of you have had a good day and spent most of this day giving thanks.
And tonight, Mr. Food has a few suggestions to help spread some good cheer.
What a day. We're thinking about that doorbell ringing and sharing our bountiful table with family and friends. I mean, the best America can produce, from the snacks and the starters all the way to the big gobbler with all of the touches. I mean, the cranberry sauce, the stuffing, the yams. And then we go to the treats. I mean, you gotta have pumpkin pie, gotta have chocolate too, or whatever the family favorites are. Then what about later tonight when we enjoy the turkey most as those turkey sandwiches? Gosh, what it must have taken to get all of this on our table. So maybe we got to do something else. Not only give thanks, but maybe give somebody that doesn't have all of this the chance to thank us for giving. It's nice to share. Sharing doubles our, ooh, it's so good. Have a nice Thanksgiving.
You too, Mr. Food. Many of us may feel a little bit worn out now by all the holiday cooking.
Well, this 94-year-old woman actually volunteers to help make Thanksgiving dinner for students in Indiana. Her Her specialty, preparing pumpkin pies. She's been in the kitchen for years, and even though the pay is lousy, she still finds a reason to smile.
Still has a good time doing it, too, I would think. That's it for 5:30. Stay with us now. There's plenty of news still ahead.
We'll meet a family who has a special reason to celebrate this Thanksgiving holiday. That's all next on News Channel 5.
This is the first weekend of the Christmas shopping season.
Tis the weekend to be saving.
So make Walmart your very first shopping stop for Christmas savings.
Tis the weekend to be saving.
This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you'll find Christmas specials like Clio gift wrap, 4 rolls for just $3, or 250 miniature lights or 140 chasing lights for only $7.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday only.
So this weekend, shop Walmart first and make your Christmas budget last.
Walmart.
Right now at Sound Advice, you can get ready for the holidays without paying 1 penny's worth of interest for 6 months or making a payment for 6 months. It's your choice. Plus, put no money down during the Sound Advice No Pay Till May electronic sale. Save big on Florida's best selection of audio, video, and mobile electronics. And don't pay 1 red cent for 6 months. The Sound Advice No Pay Till May electronic sale going on now. Better hurry. We can't keep saying no forever.
Toyota's November to Remember is almost over. This Thanksgiving weekend is the best time to save. Your Toyota dealer's got low prices on the biggest shipments in years. Save with special lease deals on Camry and the all-new Corolla. Get $800 cash back. Incentives up to $900 on the SRX. And there are option savings up to $1,500. This is your last chance. Hurry to your Toyota dealer because it all ends December 2nd.
Closed captioning of News Channel 5 is brought to you by Roll-Up Shades and Shutters. Now, live from your news leader, WPTV, West Palm Beach, Boca Raton, Vero Beach. This is News Channel 5 at 6.
The true spirit of the holidays comes alive in South Florida as volunteers help those less fortunate. Good evening and happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Once again, I'm Laurel Sauer.
And I'm Jim Sackett.
Our top story at 6 o'clock tonight, giving thanks for what we have and for helping those who normally do without. Each and every day, church groups and generous individuals bring meals to Palm Beach County's homeless. But on this Thanksgiving Day, the homeless were brought to the meal. As News Channel 5's Robin Kish tells us, volunteers at St. Rita's Catholic Church escorted the hungry from the great outdoors inside to a feast they'll never forget.
Give her some soda. These 3 young children share a drink while their mother carves them some donated Thanksgiving turkey. Can't make it sometimes. You know? Here, Otto. Alice Phillips is on welfare and her stove is broken. So she brought her little ones to this picnic area at John Prince Park today, where generous chefs had dropped off plenty of food for the homeless.
Hi, what's your name?
Ron.
Hi, Ron, I'm Judy.
Judy Hewlett and her new husband spend their honeymoon feeding the hungry some homemade soup.
I'm telling you, I don't know what we'd do without them. Because we didn't have no place to go.
This Thanksgiving feast is a mere appetizer. The main course will be served up this afternoon out in Wellington. Around 1 o'clock, the transportation arrives. 7 cars and vans already loaded with homeless people who were picked up at Bryant Park. But there's room for plenty more. Volunteers at St. Rita's Church had cooked enough to feed 100.
For years, I've always thought, gee, I would like to help these folks. Gee, I would like to help.